Good morning, my friends. It is Indiana Holmes here at Disneyland, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Notice City Hall is all decorated with Christmas garlands, and so are the light poles, and so is the Disneyland train station. This was a pleasant surprise for me today because I believed that it would not begin until Friday. And I guess that is the first official day of the holiday Christmas season. But here we can see we already have Christmas garlands, and I'm even gonna show you a Christmas tree. But before we get started with that, look, here's our first Christmas wreath right here. Isn't that awesome? Oh my God, it's so great. But before we get started with looking at Christmas decorations, I wanted to show you something that I think a lot of people pass by and they never even notice. Just to the left over here of City Hall is a little nondescript building connected to City Hall, but distinctly separate. And next to that are the Disneyland Guided Tours booth and building behind that, as you can see. So here is one of the tunnels that we come through. And then here is our gift shop, our outdoor gift shop. Then we have the Guided Tours booth. But what is this building here? This building here has no signage, but that was not always the case. This used to be, beginning on opening day and for years after that, this was the Disneyland police station. That's right back here was the Disneyland police station. They actually had a police station right here on Main Street, right next to City Hall here. So you can see here is City Hall, and here is what was the police station. Now it just says if you look in the window over here, it just says the Price Right Land Company. I'll zoom in for you guys. Call our number, man for the best price. Harrison Buzz Price, founder and finder. We never say no, yes makes more sense. Isn't that awesome? The price is right, Harrison Buzz Price. I can't remember precisely, but he may have been the gentleman that was part of the Stanford research group that was tasked with finding the land for Disneyland and doing a big land search across Southern California. But look what we have here, my friends. This is the ultimate sign of the Christmas holiday season. The Christmas tree is up. Isn't that awesome, guys? It's so fun to see the Christmas tree. I absolutely love it. It's gonna be fun seeing it at night. Ah, look, we've got giant Santa ornaments. All the ornaments are giant. Excuse me. Let's see how much of this tree we can get in. I think I'll have to be pretty far down the street to get much of this tree in here. You know what? I'm gonna take my sunglasses off because I just realized I can't read the chat with my sunglasses on. So give me a moment here so I can switch out my glasses. It is a cool day here today. Not quite cold, but cold enough for warm long sleeves. It was 11:20 a.m., 69 degrees. So not as cold as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be maybe like 62 degrees because we do have a big rainstorm coming in. All right, let me say hi to whoever is here now. Let's see if I can read this. Hello, Haunted Minnie, and welcome. Welcome, mystery guest.
Yeah, so it should go up from the bottom of the mount.
If I'm missing anybody, excuse me, but I just want to say hi to everybody. Well, we're getting some cloud cover. It's supposed to start raining tomorrow or tomorrow afternoon. But now we're starting to see Christmas arriving at Disneyland all around us. I love that this window here is made up of like cardboard buildings made out of cardboard boxes, the way a child would do it, you know, with cardboard boxes fashioned into buildings with crayons. We're gonna start off the day here doing a little bit of merch shopping here. Let's see. We got a lot of Christmas stuff in now. Some of this we've seen before. I think over in the other part of the building here, let's see, that was where I saw a lot of the Mickey Mouse Club merch. Let's see if it's still out there or if they have sold out. Oh yeah, there was Mickey Mouse Club merch all through here and it's all sold now. Or maybe it's just been moved, I don't know. Let's take a look through here. It's very busy. You can feel people shopping. I love these. Look at these. These are great.
$16.99.
All of the ears have gone up in price by $2. They were $34.99, now they're $36.99. So we definitely are seeing some price increases here. Okay, just heading up here. Trying to see if we see any more Mickey Mouse Club. Here we go. So here we go, Mickey Mouse Club t-shirt. Let me put this on a different lens. Or Mickey Mouse Club hat, I should say, baseball cap. A traditional Mickey Mouse Club set of ears and a Mickey Mouse Club shirt. So the question you have to ask yourself is why so much Mickey Mouse Club merch all of a sudden, when for decades we have not seen any Mickey Mouse Club merch. And now suddenly we're seeing a lot of Mickey Mouse Club merch. Why is that? Well, I will tell you why. Because during the first year the park was opened in 1955, and remember that Disneyland opened on July 17th, 1955, and they were very strapped for money for a while, until about maybe 5 or 6 weeks in, and then they really started to see the money adding up and pouring in. That's a nice shot right there. Isn't that nice? Let's see if I can get a selfie of myself there. Let's see, I don't know. Can we see both the tree and the wreath? I don't know. Well, Walt decided to start another show. He had been doing the Disneyland show on ABC for about a year leading up to the opening of Disneyland. But then after the park was becoming successful, he decided he wanted to start another show. And that show would be known as the Mickey Mouse Club. And the very first show of the Mickey Mouse Club was October 8th, 1955. So that is the reason, that is the answer for why we have Mickey Mouse Club, merch suddenly appearing and becoming a new popular item here at Disneyland. And we did start to see that merch show up around September. So even though maybe it wasn't announced anywhere officially, that is the reason. Because we were celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Mickey Mouse Club. Pretty amazing when you think about it. Ah, there's our Christmas tree and our Christmas wreath. The sun is pretty bright right now. Boy, this is gonna be beautiful at night. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't it great to have Disney Christmas? Yeah, that is the problem, right? Disneyland has never been cheap, but now it's getting very expensive. I agree. You know, buying a set of Disneyland Mickey Mouse ears, or buying Mickey Mouse ears here at Disneyland for $12.99 seemed quite reasonable some years back. Then $16.99, $19.99 was seeming like, okay, that's still okay. You can only really get them here at Disneyland. Then we got up to $24.99, $29.99, and then for the last 3 years, it's been $34.99, which seemed expensive. I think once we got past $24.99, it seemed pretty spendy. But what are you gonna do? You gotta get them, right? But now at $36.99, it's really seeming like more than a souvenir, more than a small luxury, but it's starting to seem like it's an extravagance. That's what I would say. But then again, maybe Disneyland is an extravagance for a lot of people. Ah, what a fantastic day it is. I think it's going to be raining Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, Friday, probably most of Saturday. So we're lucky to get here on Wednesday when it's not raining. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. Let me see, I'm going to check my app before I walk over there. I've been waiting for the Storybook Canal boats to reopen. Let's see if they're back yet. Also Casey Jr. I don't see Casey Jr. yet. Let's see, King Arthur. No Storybook Canal boats yet. Okay, so it looks like Storybook Canal and Casey Jr. Circus Train are still not operating. They opened Friday. Hey, Main Street Paul, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Got your email. I replied. Hopefully, you know, I've been trying to get a reservation for Friday for, I think, 3 weeks now, and I just have not been able to get one. And I make my reservations usually like 3 to 4 weeks in advance, and so I don't know how that particular Friday got so slammed, got so filled up. But I'm gonna keep trying, even though it's gonna probably be raining. I would like to be here for the first official day of the holiday season. I would imagine they're gonna have their Christmas parade. Ooh, look, here are the ducks. I love seeing the ducks. That's one of the cool things here, seeing wildlife in the park. Hi. Welcome, my friends. Indiana Holmes here for you at Disneyland, just entering Frontierland today. Taking it kind of slow. I had planned to be here at 10 a.m., but then 9 a.m. rolled around and I still hadn't taken a shower. And I thought, oh my gosh, I gotta get myself in gear here. Look, here we actually have some lighted holiday garlands right here. I don't know if you can tell, but they're lit. And this may be one of the last things that they decorate, in as much as everything's supposed to kick off for the holiday season on Friday. Here we have our famous tree in Frontierland, which was decorated with little tiny jack-o'-lantern ornaments and orange lights all over it. And now it is bare. It has been bare about a week or so. And so soon, it has to be like in the next day or two, they're gonna have to decorate that with the Christmas lights and Christmas ornaments. Oh wow, look at the line for Big Thunder Mountain is all the way back here. That is crazy. We got to ride Big Thunder Mountain last time I was here, last week. What was that, Sunday? It was amazing. I really loved how they smoothed out the ride. It didn't have any of that herky-jerky, slamming to the left, slamming to the right kind of feeling that it used to have, and that the Matterhorn still has. Just walking around this way so we can enjoy seeing the Golden Horseshoe again with all of the holiday garlands now. This is gonna look so fantastic at night. This is one thing Lizzie and I love to do when we get the Halloween makeover of Disneyland. We love to come at night and walk Disneyland and California Adventure and just soak in the holiday vibes with the lights and the decorations. And when we change over to the Christmas season, then it's the same thing. We like to come, maybe not even ride any rides, just soak up all of the Christmas decorations and all of the vibes from that. It's so awesome. Let's see, maybe we'll cut in over here and see if we can start our day on Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Sorry. Sometimes we're doing a dance with other guests. Dance to the step to the left, step to the right, step back, step forward. All right, we'll go over here and see if they're giving out the single rider lanyards for Indiana Jones. Oh, the treehouse is looking amazing. I feel like you see the treehouse the best when you have overcast skies like this, when it's not so bright and sunny. When it's really bright and sunny sometimes. Oh, look, who do we have here?
Go on the bridge.
Hello, Jack. How are you, my friend?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too.
Enjoy your day in Florida, eh?
That was Captain Jack Sparrow, just wandering through Adventureland. It says it's 60 minutes right now for Indiana Jones. It is after 11 o'clock. It's about 11:35. So we should have single rider. Excuse me.
Standby's over here, lining lanes.
Going for single rider.
No, so like to book another like lane. Try yours one more time, my friend.
Do you have the single rider lanyards yet?
Not right now.
Not yet?
If you want to check back in a little bit.
Yeah, I will. All right, thanks, Chris. Okay. All right, single rider's not yet out. Hopefully they will be bringing single rider lanyards out in a little while. It is busy, 60 minutes wait, which is not atypical. It's actually pretty typical for midday. It is amazing how many people are here on a Wednesday though, and how many kids that are supposed to be in school are playing hooky today and are in fact here at Disneyland. It always amazes me.
It must not be very busy.
Oh, hey, Main Street Paul, I did not see the live stream. I'll have to go back and look at it. I had all kinds of things to do yesterday. I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and you know, it's like an annual doctor's appointment where they test your heart and hook you up to all kinds of electrodes, and everything was fine, no problem. But I do have a cardiologist that checks me out and does all kinds of scans and checks your carotid arteries and all that, so that took up a chunk of the day to get there, and then to go through all the tests, and then to meet with the doctor and go over all the results. But all is good. Wow, look at the line here. This is the line for Pirates of the Caribbean. This is a crazy busy day. Lizzie was gonna come with me today, but she ended up having too much work to do. She had to go into the office today and work. And so, wow, look at this. This Pirates of the Caribbean line is almost all the way back to Haunted Mansion. Very close to the entrance of Haunted Mansion. What a crazy day. I am hoping that once it starts raining on Thursday and Friday, that people will cancel their reservations for Friday, and that way I will be able to make a reservation for Friday, because so far I have not been able to. Lizzie and I are committed. If we can get a reservation for Friday, we will come at night and experience all the lights and decorations and hopefully a new Christmas parade, whatever we can find. Okay, let's see what's happening here at Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion is showing 55 minutes. Wow. Doesn't look like 55 minutes, does it? Maybe it does. Let's take a look. We'll have to see how far back the queue goes. Oh yeah, the queue is going into the greenhouse. Okay, so the greenhouse queue is open, so that is a full 55 minutes, no doubt. Well, this may just be a walk and talk day. We'll have to see what we can get on, what rides or attractions we can get on. Oh my gosh, your family is coming to Disneyland on Friday and you and your mom don't get to go. Well, that is not fair. I'm so sorry. Oh look, we still have elements of Halloween here because it is Nightmare Before Christmas overlay at the Haunted Mansion. Ah, it is gorgeous out. Actually, I could have worn shorts. I was worried it was going to be really cold because it has been windy in some parts of Southern California, like a cold wind. So I wore long pants, a long sleeve shirt, and my jacket. And now I feel like, it's starting to warm up a little, especially if the sun breaks through. Yes, I'm gonna check that. Thank you. Thank you, John. I'm not in love with the idea of getting wet this early, but I'm gonna check it out anyway. It's not that I care that much about having my feet, my shoes, or like my pants or shirt wet, because those dry off pretty quickly. But the last few times I've been on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, giant waves have come over the side and soaked me right down to my underwear. And I do not love walking around in wet underwear. That is not fun. So that is my worry. I could have brought a poncho. I should have brought my poncho, because then it doesn't matter. Let's see here. Looks like there's people in line for single rider. Everything is busy. Even Winnie the Pooh is really busy. Yeah, there's a big line here for single riders, so I don't know. It doesn't look like it's moving either. It's about 8 or 9 people in line for single rider. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna take Haunted Minnie's advice. I'm not gonna do Tiana's Bayou Adventure this early. Not without my poncho anyway. I will just remember to start bringing my poncho. When the weather was hot, it didn't matter if you got soaked because you dry off pretty quick. Except your underwear was still wet usually, but at least the rest of you would dry off. But I don't know, this early getting that soaked, I think I might be stuck being wet all day long. So you know what, we'll take a hike over to Smugglers Run, and we'll do single rider over there. because there I know I'll be dry.
Should we get in line and then?
Wow, it's just a crush of people. So many people here. It's amazing. Wow. All right, holiday sweater, yay! Let's see if we can do Smugglers Run, single rider. Then we can come back and check on Indiana Jones after. Hello, my friends. Indiana Holmes here. How are you all? How are you doing today? How is the weather? We are still not that cold here. It's getting up to the high 60s, which is warm for most people. If you're living in Canada or Europe, high 60s is probably feeling pretty warm. For those of us that live here in SoCal and have grown up here, the 60s feels okay, a little on the cool side, but we're expecting it's gonna get much colder tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. But today is still quite nice. San Francisco, love it, love it, love it. I've always loved San Francisco. Such an awesome town. I love the waterfront there. It's very, very pricey. I'm guessing to have a house anywhere near the waterfront there is probably in the millions of dollars now. It's probably always been expensive, but it is lovely to bicycle along the edge of San Francisco Bay, or to walk, or just hang out, as I have done many times. Well, this is interesting. There's no line back here at Rise of the Resistance, and I would expect it to be completely slammed and jammed full of people. So that is informing me that Rise of the Resistance must be broken down, which is a bummer for everybody. But sometimes you get lucky and you walk up and it has just opened, and then you just get to walk on through. Let's see. Yeah, there's not even that many people hanging out here. Usually there'll be a crowd of people hanging out waiting for it to restart, but it usually does take 30 to 60 minutes to get this thing restarted.
Yep, I'm really not.
Yeah, they're not even on their phones or walkie-talkies.
I'll do it when we get over there. Like, there are people sitting there.
Yeah, people are still walking off the ride. They're still walking off the lightning lane, which is showing you that they've been evacuating the line for a breakdown. That's unfortunate. That is the one terrible thing about that ride, is if you're in the standby line and you've been in it for like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes, and then you're almost to the front and then it breaks down. That is the most crestfallen, heartbreaking thing here at Disneyland. And I have had that experience. Lizzie and I have had that experience a few times, but that's all right. We've had many great experiences. So that happens. You just have to be aware of it. Yeah, hi John. I did notice that the Mark Twain was in port. It was on the dock, in the dry dock area, over by Fowler's Harbor. And so the Columbia must be out, because it's either one of them are in the dock or none of them are in the dock, which would mean they're both out and about. So we'll probably get on that later, because I do love the Columbia. That was actually my first thought, was to get on the Mark Twain at the Columbia today. But neither one of them were at the loading area, or even in sight of the loading area when I walked up. It must have been at the, Columbia must have been at the other end. Just walking through the Star Wars marketplace here. Check out this Christmas-oriented Chewbacca. It's like Christmas Chewbacca, all dressed in red there. That's funny. Do you ever notice how in the Star Wars movies and its Star Wars TV series, they don't celebrate any holidays? They don't have any holidays. They live in a future free from holidays. Sadly, holidays are awesome. And the beautiful sight of the Millennium Falcon as we walk into Galaxy's Edge and Batuu. All right, we're gonna head over to Single Rider. All right, here we go, guys. This is always a win-win for me. I never find the Single Rider line for Smugglers Run closed. It's always open. So this is cool. It's also very, very cold in this hallway. I call this the Disneyland human freezer. You walk through here and you're lucky if you get out the other end without becoming a popsicle. It is amazingly great though on hot summer days. Yep.
Come on in, sir.
Thank you. Hi guys, how's it going?
All right, and then my engineer for this flight crew.
Super.
All right, you're the flight color purple. Remember the flight color purple? Welcome to the Millennium Falcon.
We are the colorful purple.
All right, is there a seat back to the light side, please? First of all,
Hey, come on in, hang out with our color just
We're here with the beautiful purple family. Yeah, we could definitely look at characters. When I walked into the park, there were giant lines for Mickey and for Minnie. How you guys doing? Excellent. Have you been on this ride before? Oh, it's super fun. You gotta push those buttons, fire those missiles. It's like a giant video game, but you're in it. That's us. Alrighty.
Alright, so pilots, you are flying the ship today. Pilot on the left goes left and right, pilot on the right goes up and down. Up and down to use opposite, so you're pushing forward to go down and pulling back to go up. Got it? Wonderful. Wait right here. Okay, who are going to be my two gunners? Okay. So, gunners, you two are going to be protecting the ship. You shoot at anything that tries to shoot at you. And engineers, who will be fixing the ship?
Yep.
Press any button that lights up in order to fix all of their mistakes.
Alrighty.
Okay, any questions?
go, guys.
Green, flight crew green, 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 green.
Welcome. Right this way, my friends. Come closer. Get closer. Ah, a brand new flight crew. Good luck to you all. You might need it. Today's flight takes you to the planet Corellia. You will be intercepting a first-order train shipment of coaxium. Gunners, you clear the path. Pilots, line up behind the train. And engineers, you harpoon that precious cargo. Move out, my friends. See you in the cockpit.
Here we go.
The cockpit, of course. Thinking of you're still here, cockpit.
Por favor, permanezcan sentados y cuide a los niños. Gracias.
Seatbelts go from the outside wall to the inside half of the roll across your lap. Alright, pilots, so we're gonna have you tug on those yellow tabs at the end of the seatbelt for me.
Hurry now, time is money.
Gunners, tug on those yellow tabs at the end, and then my engineers. Perfect.
Mine is hard.
You'd better be faster when we get to the green. Right, pilot, push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left, move your stick to fly right and left. I was just about to say that. Pilot on the right, pull back on the stick to fly and push forward to fly up. Weapons are online. Left pilot, now let's go get that coaxium. Right pilot, make the jump to light speed. There it is, after that train. Flight engineers, fire the... Well, my friends, that could have been much worse. Okay, it's much worse. Well, I can go. You see, just as I harpooned that last car, gunners, shoot the train. Take. Good job, my friends. Yes, yes, yes. We got the coaxium. I will grab it. You're getting too hot. Get out of here. I don't believe it, but we made it. Now, let's get up. Yes, Chewie will pilot us in remotely. You retrieve 2 containers of coaxium. This will greatly help the resistance. This one, before damaging the Falcon, is, hey, not bad. Oh, wait, my friends. I'm afraid we have picked up a hitchhiker. Oh, fine. Scan the exterior of the power control light bulbs. You see, this happens sometimes when you travel through uncharted regions of the galaxy as much as I do. It is not too difficult to find a stray time for you to go. And don't
Good
worry,
job, guys.
payment is on the way. Trust me.
Ah, that was fun. Good way to start the day.
All available texts, we have a Corellia.
Riding Smugglers Run always puts a smile on everybody's face.
This thing's seen better days. Better fix all that before the Wookiee season.
All right. We got Marauder status. Oh, hope you do make it down here, Haunted Minnie. 2026 is probably a better year than 2025 anyway, because so many attractions have been down for renovations this year. It's really been crazy. Throughout 2026, multiple attractions have been down at the same time for months at a time. So I am guessing that 2026 will be the best year because all the attractions should be up and running by then. So it looks like Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is still closed, according to the app, but it might be worth walking by there and checking it out. We might get lucky. It might just open up again for us. I think I'll take the ramp here, which I don't usually take, but it is kind of cool looking at this architecture here. Like these giant air vents. You can actually see giant fans turning. It's really cool. And these overhanging rocks. The Disney Imagineers have thought of everything, even things you don't see very well. It's still a detail. There's still details in these costumes. Man, it's just fantastic. Every angle you have here as you walk around Galaxy's Edge is like seeing something for the first time, like going to a national park and seeing beautiful spires and mountains and valleys. It's just awesome. Let's go over here along Character Alley. I don't know, I don't think they call it that, but that's what I call it, because there's often Star Wars characters along this walkway. The Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker. Let's see, Chewbacca. Any number of characters are often out here along this walkway. So we'll take this walkway back to Rise of the Resistance and see if maybe Rise of the Resistance is coming back online. That would be the best luck of all. This right here, this area right here was where they were supposed to have another attraction that they never built. There's supposed to be those big, what were they, bantas? I forget what they were called. They were kind of like big giant elephant-like looking creatures from the Star Wars movies. There was supposed to be an attraction there that never got built. 2026, yeah. I think 2026 will be a very good year for all of us. 2025 has been pretty good. 2026, I hope for even better things. Especially you, Haunted Minnie. Hello, my friends. It's Indiana Holmes, and we are here at Disneyland, just walking through Galaxy's Edge. And we just went on Smugglers Run. Maybe we'll be really lucky and they'll bring Rise of the Resistance back up. When we walked by it a few minutes ago, it was closed. But maybe we'll get lucky and it will reopen for us. That would be super great. Hey, Haunted Minnie, you know how we have Thanksgiving down here in the States? On Thanksgiving, it's like November 24th or 26th. I forget if the day changes, but it's always that, I think, third Thursday. Does Canada have a Thanksgiving Day like ours, or some other kind of national celebration similar to what we have? What is it called if you have one? Okay, looks like Rise of Resistance is still down. So, looks like it's going to be down for an extended period of time. Got a lot of people sitting around here waiting. But when we don't have cast members communicating on their hardline phones or on their walkie-talkies, that usually means that there's nothing happening towards progress of reopening. And they're all just standing out front. So we're just gonna have to pass on that today. I'll have to make that a rope drop. I'll have to make that a rope drop mission in the next few days or a week. So we're gonna go out the way we came in. Second Monday of October. What's happening on the second Monday of October? Let's see. I have to get the chat over here where it's darker so I can read it. Let me see if I can turn up my brightness because I cannot see the chat. There we go. That should be better. Canada, yes, Canada and America. Ah, okay. Okay, on the 13th up in Canada. That's cool. All right, just walking along. The Disneyland Railroad Bridge, the trestle here is awesome. I love it. It looks so cool. Like, this is actually concrete right here, but it looks like wood. The way they've formed it and poured it and colored it and painted it.
Gotta get in there.
Look at these cute guys.
5:30 in the morning to like.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Who knows the name of that show and the name of that character that sings that song that I just tried to sing? I love the 100-acre wood. Look at that with a little duck going through there. That is so awesome. Mr. Rogers' Red Neighborhood, that is correct. And Mr. Rogers. So hey, Haunted Minnie, was Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood show, was that as popular in Canada as it was here? Or did you kind of just see it like on American television? I don't know how it works up there. Like if you get our American television shows in real time or just in reruns or what? I mean, who didn't watch Mr. Rogers? Even well into my early 20s, I still loved Mr. Rogers, right? He was all kindness, all sweetness, all love, all sugar. And, you know, tried to infuse his shows with some education, some creativity, and most of all, kindness, right? Mr. Rogers, to me, was like the live action television show equivalent to the same messaging that we find in the Winnie the Pooh stories. Winnie the Pooh and his friends, Eeyore, Piglet, Owl, Kangaroo, all of them have the message of kindness, of how to be kind to your neighbor, how to be kind to strangers. Fred Rogers. Mr. Rogers. That's right. Mr. Rogers was fantastic. Let's see if we can get on the Columbia. Oh, I see it's just about to sail away. So we're probably not going to be able to board on it just yet. Yeah, people are boarding now. Oh, wow. It's really starting to look like Christmas here. Got that New Orleans style jazz music going.
Well, yeah, it is.
Sounds wild. Wild improvisational jazz. There's the Columbia there. Looks like people are still exiting, or disembarking as the proper sailing term is. Let's see if we can board the Columbia. Might be too big of a line right now to get on, but we'll give it a shot. We can get over there quick enough. I'm trying to navigate the crowd as best I can. And it is a crowded day. It's very people-y. Lots of people's here today. There's the Columbia. Looking beautiful. So great. Look at the maiden at the front of the ship, on the bow of the ship. All right, we're gonna try and make it on a ship here. Let's see if we get on. All right, looks like we might make it on.
Traveling with any little sailors, please take them firmly by the hand and help them on board. Once on board, please keep in mind we have two very important nautical rules. Nautical rule number 1, please do not place yourselves, little sailors, or anything of value on the outside railings of the ship, as anything that falls overboard will be staying overboard. Nautical rule number 2, please do not touch, play with, or lean on that cannon on the front right-hand side of the boat. Once again, that cannon on the front right-hand side of the boat is off limits. It is live and working, and its power will be demonstrated later on in our journey. Now here are a few words from the captain.
Welcome aboard, crew. This be the captain speaking. Before we make sail, you should know that we have a few rules upon this ship. For a safe voyage, there may be no sitting on the outside rail or placing of young sailors upon them. And the young ones must be watched at all times. The waters be cold and deep, and our crew cannot swim a stroke. So whosoever falls overboard will be staying overboard. And it will be duly noted in the ship's log, lost at sea. Since
All
this
right,
is a
here we are.
fine
We
wooden
made it.
ship, you may not smoke or be starting any on-deck fires. The only fire permitted on board is in the galley, under the watchful eye of the cook.
Atención marineros, para que tengan un viaje seguro, no se sienten ni sienten a sus hijos en las barandillas exteriores. Asegúrense de vigilar a sus hijos y absténganse de
Hello,
fumar.
Troxer.
Gracias.
Welcome, my friend.
Now look lively, mates, for we are sailing with the tide.
We got
And
lucky
the
we got
tide
on.
waits for no one.
Here's the big ship's captain's wheel here. I think it's actually installed backwards for some strange reason, because the wheel would be facing, or I would say the ship's captain would be standing about here with the wheel in front of him, because that is the bow, that's the front of the boat. So they have it reversed because in this case, the captain of the ship here, this guy right here, he is manning the controls for the ship to get it started, which is all electronic and not the same as the real ship would have been. So I think that this wheel would have been turned around the other way. But I am not a ship architect, so I could be completely wrong. But it just seems logical that the captain wouldn't be facing the stern of the ship, the back part of the ship back here, while steering the ship. He would be facing the bow that way. Just little things you notice when you come to Disneyland all the time that seem to be odd. This is also very odd. Look at this. These buckles that hold down the cannon have been removed for some reason. That seems very strange. Huh. Not so on the other side. They are on this side, which is very odd. Seems like somebody could get hurt with those not being in the proper position. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Hello, Ace Snoopy. How are you, my friend? Good to see you in the chat popping in. Hope all is going well for you. Just having kind of a chill day here today at Disneyland. Although it is very people-y, very, very busy. Looks like more people are still loading, so I guess we have not yet reached capacity. I am guessing this is far more than the number of sailors this ship would normally contain. I am guessing to sail a ship of this size, probably not more than 24 men. And we probably have 200, 250 people on right at the moment. Of course, we're not doing any work. We're all just standing around enjoying things. For as many people as are here today, it's actually pretty quiet. Ooh, look, we have a service dog. How cool is that? Right there, cute little service dog. Looks like he's in training. It looks like he's still a puppy. Dogs are amazing. I love dogs so much. Oh, there's another one. There's two of them. Dogs are absolutely one of my favorite things in the world. Looks like we're backing up a little bit. The bell is going, so we're about to take off.
Up with the spanker!
If you look at this fellow here, he's the one controlling the forward and reverse.
Ease the weather braces. We sail a true course, south by southwest.
Ah, we got the singing sailors now.
We'll be on our way when the wind does blow. One big blast and away we'll go. So clear away the track that the boat shine run. With the hay, make a jig in the low back car. You must done with rise and lead all alrighty. So clear away the track that the boat shine run. When the time comes round to say farewell, you must done to say goodbye and wish you
I like this pirate singing. That is awesome. You can feel the boat turning right now, turning to the right. Columbia does run on a hidden underwater track.
Ahoy, shipmates! We're just
That's how we're
cleared the
able to
busy
move
port of
without
New
a
Orleans and beginning our
without any
journey
sails
into
up.
the great American wilderness. Our vessel for this voyage is the proud sailing ship Columbia, the first American ship to carry the stars and stripes around the world. She's a 10-gun, 3-masted merchant ship. It was back in 1787 that she first set sail from Boston Harbor, going all the way around the Horn and sailing onward to the Pacific Northwest, Hawaii, and China. In the 3 years it took us to make that journey, the Columbia was more than just a ship to us. She was our life and our home. Forward amidships is the main hatchway leading below decks, where you may see how we lived and worked on the high seas. The galley, captain, and crew's quarters are open for your inspection. For the rest of you, we invite you to stay up on deck, feel the wind in your face, and experience the wonders of this land we now know as America.
One more day, Johnny, one more day, oh rock and roll me over. One more day, only one more day, Johnny, one more day, oh rock and roll me over. One more day. Oh, and when the blues, my Johnny, one more day, we're homeward bound tomorrow.
And you can see that Mark Twain is in dock or in port over at Fowler's Harbor. Mark Twain went through a really big refurbishment this summer. He replaced the whole paddle wheel structure, all new wood, repainted the entire thing. I don't know why they're not running the Mark Twain. It's definitely busy enough. They could be running both boats, but I don't know. Disney has their reasons. This is one of my favorite little areas to eat at, right here next to Fowler's Inn. This little hidden kind of snack area with tables and chairs. And then here is the bridge
Our fair
that
ship to
goes
Columbia
over
was one of
the
the
waterway
first
from
American
Tiana's
vessels to
Bayou
explore the
Adventure.
Pacific Northwest. It was in 1792 that this very ship braved the sandbar and discovered a mighty river, which we named the Columbia, after the first ship to sail our waters.
Happy Wednesday, Mark. Oh gosh, I gotta do dishes when I get back, Paul. I've been letting them stack up yesterday, and now I've got a whole load in the dishwasher to unload and a whole another load to put away. Not to mention I've got like 5 bags of clean laundry I need to put away. Those are the 2 things I least like doing in life. I've got lots of little honeydew projects, lots of little maintenance projects I need to do. My plan is I knew this rain was coming Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So my plan is to be indoors during the rain, doing all the chores that I don't like to do when the weather is nice. Oh, I know, I want to do the candlelight procession too. I don't know if I have a reservation for that. I'm gonna have to check. Let's see. Candlelight procession is so cool. December, yeah, I do not have a reservation for December. Oh, you know
Just
why?
ahead is the most
That's my wife's
part of our journey.
that's my wife's
That island off the
Christmas
starboard
party,
side often hides
December
the
6th.
scourge of the seas.
So
Bloodthirsty
the work
pirates.
Christmas party that we
They
have to go
sometimes
to
lie
every
in
year.
wait to attack a passing ship such as
I
ours
usually do
and
the
steal its bounty.
candlelight procession 2 nights.
Bowman,
So maybe
And
they'll
the
be doing it on
starboard
the
forecastle
7th as
cannon
well.
and prepare to fire a warning shot. So as any curious pirates hide near the shore,
It is a really
will
special
know we
thing
are
to
well
see.
armed. Those of you round the cannon best be stepping back.
Yeah, December
Way
7th.
back.
Cool.
For the cannon she be a mite loud, and the gunner's aim be a mite poor. Be ready to fire one.
Listen, Grant's not doing it.
Fire one! Now, that should put some fear in them. Looks like we're safe for now, but I ask all crew and passengers to keep a weather eye out. We don't want the Jolly Roger flying above this fine ship.
Meaning they don't want this to become a pirate ship. Because this was never a pirate ship. The Columbia was an official 3-masted square sail ship for the United States, a new nation that had recently come into existence. Oh, look at there we go. That's a nice scene.
When we travel this far upriver, our ship often draws the attention of the local tribes. Look there. The chief has given us a sign
racing
of
the
peace,
ship right
which
now.
means we will be granted safe
Looks like the
passage.
ship is racing the train right now. There goes the train. What a beautiful sight, huh? Hello, Thick Lady Vibes. Good to see you, my friend. There's the chief back there. No, that wasn't Casey Jr. That was the Disneyland Railroad. Casey Jr. is a much smaller train. The Disneyland Railroad is a 5/8 scale train, and I think Casey Jr. is like maybe 2/8 scale. Well, with any luck, maybe I'll get a reservation for the 7th.
Just ahead, a tribe of Plains Indians has set up camp by the river. Since they have no written language, tribal leaders like that wise shaman on the bluff over there pass down their wisdom and knowledge through stories and songs.
Hi, Heather. Yeah, I'm going to try and do
During
it.
our voyage,
I went by it earlier and the line was really big. It's a very, very busy day today, so we'll see how time goes.
Many an explorer learn how to survive in this vast frontier.
Gajitana, Aki, Giotigacha, Nakino, Ohitiga, Uluwawa, Giotaga, Yojokide, Waluga, Uspekia, Liga, Luyaki,
Well, crew, 'tis time we be setting sail for home. Hold taut the flying jib. Brace for a starboard tack. Cook and helpers stand by the pots. Shipmates, if you haven't done so, 'tis a good time to visit the crew's quarters below decks to see how sailors of the 1790s
This hill here is a
lived
big
and worked
chunk of land.
while on the high seas.
Right here.
Lower decks will be closing when we enter port. Those of you
With a
remaining
tunnel
on
right
deck,
there.
keep a close eye on the riverbanks,
See the
where you
tunnel?
may be able to see moose, elk,
Old
and other
railroad track
wildlife.
from mining. Old mining track. So this is actually connected. This hill on the other side of this and over a ways is Big Thunder Mountain. So this hill right here is actually not part of Tom Sawyer's Island, because Tom Sawyer's Island is over here. So this is Tom Sawyer's Island over here. So this over here is still part of the main part of the park. You can see there's Big Thunder Mountain right up there. They could actually do something with this piece of land right here if they wanted to. And maybe even still keep this hillside to block whatever they were doing on the other side. You can see there's a walkway right here. And then just on the other side there is Big Thunder Mountain. But this is a piece of real estate here that could be repurposed for a different attraction if they ever wanted to. It's like there is still room here and there for expansion within the same footprint that we have
It
here at
lies in
Disneyland.
Smugglers Cove, a place of dark and dangerous deeds and secret midnight meetings.
They might have a big pump station
We'd best
hidden
be
in there
sailing
though
past this
to
cove
circulate the
and
water
back
for
to
the rivers of
civilization.
America. So they have to hide it somewhere. So there could be a pump station back in there. I do see a warning sign up there, some electrical boxes. But all that stuff can be camouflaged if they wanted to make it into some type of a additional attraction.
You're back. She's back. She is. She's back.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. They say it's gonna start raining Thursday and then through Friday, but it's sort of like, you know, depends on where you are in Southern California too. Like it could be raining heavily up in Ventura, which is just north of LA County, or even the north part of LA County. But down here in Orange County, it might still be dry. Who knows?
Furl the top gallants. Down with the flying jib. Make ready to
There's
bow
another one of my
anchor.
favorite places
Stand by all lines.
to eat at the
Stand by the bow line,
Frontierland
port
River
side.
Packet
Let go the bow anchor.
seating area here.
Let go the kedge. Crew, it's been a pleasure serving with you aboard the sailing ship Columbia. The first ship to carry the stars
No,
and
they don't have
stripes
single
round
rider
the
for Big
world.
Thunder.
You've been a fine crew.
They only have Lightning
And we
Lane.
hope you'll be sailing with us again soon. All hands, prepare to go ashore!
Hey, Main Street Paul. I stopped at Jack in the Box on the way in and got a breakfast sandwich with an egg and bacon and cheese on it and some french fries and a giant soda. So I don't think I'm gonna get lunch here today because I ate that on the way in and I'm pretty full now. Probably get a soda at some point or something to drink. Wow, 40 minutes for Big Thunder Mountain, that's a long time. I know, I was really hoping to go on Casey Jr. and Storybook Line Canals today, but not open yet. Hopefully Friday, we'll see. And Small World is still closed, probably will open again on Friday. Basically, they're just waiting for all of the holiday decorations to be completed. So for those of you that weren't with me when we first entered the park and we did a little merch shopping, I was mentioning how we started seeing a lot of Mickey Mouse Club merch showing up in early September, maybe even late August. And I'd never seen that in the park before. And they were really celebrating the old school Mickey Mouse Club with lots of Mickey Mouse hats with ears and shirts and sweatshirts and just all kinds of different merch. And I wondered why, so I looked it up, and it turns out that the Mickey Mouse Club had their very first episode on October 8th, 1955. So just a few months after Disneyland opened. So the Mickey Mouse Club is also celebrating their 70th anniversary. And so I am guessing that is why they decided to bring all of the Mickey Mouse Club merch out this fall. Ah, last day, January 7th, okay.
Welcome back, sailors. Please make sure you're gathering all your belongings. Watch yourself go to the prow. Please feel free to exit to your left.
All right, we get to exit. Thank you, Mark. I know it can be tricky going downstairs holding a gimbal like this with a cell phone on it. Trying not to bang into people and trying not to trip.
Left or the right side? You're going down the stairs. Watch your step, please.
Best to hold on to the handrail. Now it is feeling warm, and now I am wishing I did not wear a long sleeve shirt and a long sleeve jacket. It's hard to tell. You leave the house and it's cold, and then it heats up. All right, Haunted Mansion was 55 minutes, Big Thunder Mountain 40 minutes. Let's go back to Indiana Jones and see if they've started giving out single rider lanyards yet. Earlier when I stopped by there it was 11:32 and they hadn't started giving them out yet. They usually start giving out the single rider lanyards at Indiana Jones at 11 a.m. but they were not yet doing it, so we're gonna go give a walk up there and try again. What's up? Welcome. What's up is that it is a very people-y day today. Very busy. Clouds are mostly covering the sky. Every once in a while the sun peeks through. When it does, the temperature goes up quite a bit, 3 or 4 degrees. And then the breeze picks up and the clouds come back over. And it drops temperature by 3 or 4 or 5 degrees. Just depends on where you are in the park and if there's a breeze or not. All right, deja vu, we're doing this again. It's the second time I walked through this little pathway today, past Pirates of the Caribbean, past the Adventureland treehouse, and into Indiana Jones to see if they have single rider lanyards. All right, let's see if we have any luck this time.
It's 40 minutes, actually.
Oh yeah, let's do it. That way.
It's whether, I mean,
It doesn't feel like 50 miles per hour.
I do not see any single rider lanyards yet. Huh. Sometimes they have people over here giving no single rider lanyards yet. Very unusual for such a busy day not to be giving out the single rider lanyards yet. And disappointing, because I really wanted to go on it. Just have to check again later.
You want to go on Indiana Jones?
Wow, a giant line. I've never seen a line so big for the Jungle Cruise. The Jungle Cruise line starts there and goes all the way back past the entrance to Indiana Jones. That is crazy. So crazy. 40 minutes is not bad for standby for Indiana Jones, but I just do not want to wait in line for 40 minutes. So we will try and do something else. I love seeing all the different hairstyles and hair colors as you walk around on the various guests here. Well, as soon as the Christmas Fantasy Parade begins, we will, and as soon as we can get a reservation for a date, we will definitely be here at night watching that. So the answer is yes. I believe the first night it will run is Friday night, although if it's raining, they may not run it. I don't know what they do if it's pouring rain, but I've been trying to get a reservation for Friday night for about 3 weeks now. Look at this, isn't this great? What's not great is $36.99. That is very spendy. What I see more and more people do is they buy their Mickey Mouse ears on Etsy, where people custom make them, and they're actually really nice. This is a really nice hat here. Wow. How much is this hat? This is really nice. Usually the hats here at Disneyland are not that premium, but this one really is. An Indiana Jones hat. I have a couple of hats similar, of similar construction, but yeah, see, this is the cheaper kind here. This is not as good. Also branded as Indiana Jones. And how much is this? Same price, not even half as good. This is like, you know, inexpensive kind of souvenir quality. This is a real hat here. This is real hat quality. So I'm happy to see that they're improving their quality, because that's the first time I've seen the really heavy-duty felt, high-quality, you know, professional hat quality gauge of materials and construction. Really nice. All right, we're gonna exit Frontierland, or actually exiting Adventureland, I should say. We entered Frontierland, we exited Adventureland. Hi. I know, that was tempting to get that hat, but I have two other hats very similar. $60 is a lot for a hat. I'm not gonna wear that much. So I usually wear the hat that I'm wearing now, which looks like this. And the main reason I wear this hat a lot is because it kind of goes with the jacket I'm wearing. And it has a chin strap, which I don't wear when I'm just walking around. It's actually behind my head. But when I get on rides like Indiana Jones or Tiana's Bayou Adventure, then I pick up my hat, flip that neck strap around and strap it down to my head so I don't lose my hat. But the Indiana Jones hat that they're selling here, the really nice one, and the two similar hats that I have at home of different colors do not have neck straps. And so, you know, that makes it less convenient. You always have to take it off. All right, let's go check out Tomorrowland here. Let's see what adventures we can have in Tomorrowland. It's so peoply here that I worry that we're not going to get on very many rides today, or we'll be standing in hour-long queues, lines. But even if we just do a walk and talk, it's still fun. It's still good times here at Disneyland. Hey, Astro Orbiter.
Did it really nice.
Astro Blaster has quite a big line here today. See, if I got here at like 8 or 9 o'clock, we'd have already been on like 8 rides by this time of the day. Let's see, what time is it now? Yeah, almost 1 o'clock. But I just couldn't muster the energy to get up that early. I mean, I got up early, I got up at 7. But then, you know, having coffee, getting myself together, getting out of the house and driving here. Okay, 35 minutes for standby for Astro Blaster. I guess what this is teaching me, today's experience, is that I must get here earlier. In the summer, it was not as bad. It was less crowded in the summer than it is now. I think it's because in the summer, most of the locals, like on the SoCal passes and the other Magic Keys, are blocked out for much of the summer and specific days on the summer weeks. But now in the fall, I think it's wide open, and so you've got all the local Southern California folks coming every day, getting their Disney vibes. So it is more busy than I am used to. I have to recalibrate my Disney days and get here earlier. It's always the goal, but I've just found, you know, everybody has their own kind of personal waking up routine and getting ready and, you know, getting their day started routine. And for me, I always find I need about 2.5 to 3 hours of kind of just drinking my coffee, reading the newspaper, reading some magazines, doing some different things, and then getting out of the house. 2 to 3 hours. And so if I want to be here at 8:30, I got to get up at 5:30. And I can do that on special days, special adventures when we bring friends or our daughters. But on an average day when it's just me, it is hard for me to commit to getting up at 5:30 because I am not a morning person. I really wish I could take you guys on Nemo's submarine voyage, but there is no cellular phone coverage. But if you want to see Finding Nemo's submarine voyage, I've got 2, maybe 3 videos that I've done. Find those videos, and then you can see the whole experience. It's actually really, really cool. Looks like they've got the stage open again over here at Tomorrowland stage. What the heck just happened there? Hello friends, welcome. It's Indiana Holmes here at Disneyland. Hang out for a little while. Our plan is to try to get back here for a nighttime Christmas parade, hopefully Friday night if I can get a reservation. So far I have not been able to. Or maybe Saturday or Sunday. Lizzie and I have reservations for Sunday as well. We do have reservations for Sunday. So worst case scenario, we'll be here Sunday for all the Christmas cheer. Hang on a second, Paul. I gotta get somewhere where I can read that. Let's see what you're saying here. I'll post up here for a minute. Should see some Autopia cars come through here momentarily. Oh, look at, there goes one of the Autopia cars. I love it. Here comes another one. This is the off-camber part where the cars are tilted out as opposed to in. Feels very scary. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Just have to get Lizzie and I here at the same time. Sunday will be the first day that for sure we will be here at the same time. Oh my goodness, I see a Santa cap on top of the clock face at Small World. I gotta go look at that. I love it. I love it when they light up the front of Small World right after it gets dark, like the lighting ceremony with the music. It only takes like, 10 seconds, but people will wait for 30 minutes to see it because it's so cool. So we'll definitely capture that at some point. I'll walk up here for a moment. Okay, I'm just gonna check here on my phone to see if we've got any cavalcades coming or anything. Let's see what we got here. Now the Finding Nemo submarine voyage is temporarily closed. It says the Winnie the Pooh ride is only 10 minutes right now, but when I went by it was like 20. It was getting very busy. Mickey Minnie, Smugglers Run. Well, that's crazy. Okay, Pinocchio's Daring Journey. Roger Rabbit. Whoa, Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin is 50 minutes. That's a long time to be in that little dark queue. Okay, Rise of Resistance is back up. It has a 75-minute wait now. Tapestry of Happiness is tonight at 7:55 p.m. Wondrous Journeys Predictions, 9:30. It doesn't say anything about cavalcades. They used to round the time a cavalcade is going to be, like 20 or 30 minutes before. They'll tell you, but for some reason the cavalcades are not being posted to the app. Okay, here we are at Small World. And now we can see it's definitely Christmas holiday season at Small World. Isn't that awesome, guys? I love it. I guess we're right about in there. There you go, you can see the whole thing there. That's gonna be gorgeous when it's lit up at night. So gorgeous. So this is the quietest area of the park right now, and that is because Small World is closed. All right, let's head into Fantasyland. Let me see if I can take the walkway over here. It's not gonna matter that much. There's not that many people. I'll just take this walkway. This is something I always like to look at. Every holiday season, they do these wreaths, these holiday wreaths, and each one is different. Excuse me. See this? Each holiday wreath is a little different. This one has a poodle. Super fun. All right, so we are walking Friday. I was in the canal. That's a good sign. You can see the water there. For a long time it was dry. There was no ever continent in whatever country you're in. What do you think the most special? The part of Disneyland that you feel the pixie dust in?
Go find some churros. Who wants a churro?
The water is still, oh, here comes Casey Jr. Is there any people on it? No, they're doing testing. They are testing. All right, that's exciting. That's the first time I've seen Casey Jr. It's a very positive sign. Water in the, awesome. In Fantasyland, that doesn't have a gigantic line. Maybe Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It says 25 minutes for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I think we could probably... Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is inspired by the children's book, The Wind and the Willows. Mr. Toad is one of the main characters in that book series. One of the things that we love about Disneyland, I think all of us would agree, is the landscaping, the beautiful landscaping. We just saw an example of it over at the Storybook Canal Land, Storybook Land Canals, where you see the flowers making up the name Storybook Land, and then just throughout the park, everywhere, everything from the Christmas trees and the Halloween jack-o'-lanterns to the Christmas garlands, and then just the regular landscaping, flower gardens, plantings throughout the park. All of that was created by a woman by the name of Ruth Shellhorn. She was hired way back in probably 1954 or early 55, when the park was getting ready for the landscape architect, which was rare for a woman in those days. Women did not have as many opportunities as they have these days. And so she did all kinds of site planning and plans for the paved and planted areas, the tree placement, the water courses. All of those things were done by Ruth Shellhorn. And you have to remember, back in those days, even here at Disneyland, the Disneyland construction crews, that it was sort of a man's world. It was sort of a old boys club, and poor Ruth was not very well considered or respected, and that we enjoy today. Of course, things have changed over the years, but for the most part, the original work that Ruth did in landscape architecture here, in all the plantings and the plant selections and placements and all of the elevations and everything like that, were all part of Ruth's actual designs. So she is one of the, probably, I would say, forgotten and unsung heroes of the Disneyland park construction. Ruth had a pretty good life. She was born in 1909 and died in 2006. And she was considered one of the most important Southern California landscape architects of the post-World War II era. She, in fact, worked on over 100 projects, including the very famous, very Tony, what I mean by that is very high-end, expensive department store called Bullock's Wilshire and Bullock's Fashion Square shopping centers. She was a local lady herself. She grew up in Pasadena. She was actually very good at math. She had very high mathematical skills and also an artistic mind, which, you know, is unusual to have both art and math as two sets of skills in one brain. She actually attended the Oregon Architectural State College from 1927 to 1930. And she was the first woman to win the Alpha Zeta Scholarship Cup. And she won the award for the Beaux Arts Design Competition. She later transferred to Cornell University on the East Coast, where she continued with architecture classes and then architecture landscape. So she earned her degrees in architecture and landscape architecture. This was an area of study, architectural design, that was still pretty rare on the West Coast. I mean, obviously, we've seen architectural design at its finest in places like Central Park in Manhattan in New York City, on the island of Manhattan. That's all professionally designed and beautifully done. And then throughout places like Rhode Island, where the big mansions of the billionaires, or back in those days it was probably millionaires, that kind of Gilded Age, those gardens were specifically designed and manicured with art in mind. So it's rare to find gardens or landscaping that was professionally designed by a landscape architect out on the West Coast. It was more of an East Coast kind of thing. But she was one of the first. When she finished her work at Cornell, her studies at Cornell, she came back to California, Southern California specifically, in 1933. And from that point forward, she had many different projects that she worked on that brought her to the attention of Walt Disney. Yes, Busy Bee, it is a very people-y day today.
Yeah. Did want to go to the Red Rose Tavern and get some stuff. So there's one. We'll have to pass them.
Ooh, Bootstrappers at 2:30. I'm down for that. I love the Bootstrappers. Thanks for that tip. I will check them out.
Ven, Marco.
I think when you're taking in Disneyland, it's sort of overwhelming the first time you come, or the first few times, because it is such a unique experience. It takes you out of the regular world of work and the regular world that we live in, go to school in, work in, and places you in this magical fairyland of an environment. And Disney cast members and Disney fans like ourselves call that pixie dust, right? It's the pixie dust sprinkled around Disneyland that make it feel the way it does to us. But I think probably the most magical thing for me is when you first walk from the turnstiles at the entrance of Disneyland, and then you go under one of the two archway bridges. You know, not these, but they have arches like this. And you leave your life behind and you enter the land of fantasy. And for me, that begins on Main Street, because Main Street USA here in Disneyland is designed to look like sort of a turn of the century 1905, 1908 sort of style of architecture, like the architecture of the little town of Marceline, Missouri, where Walt Disney grew up in his childhood. And that's kind of what inspired it. He's excited. So that's what, you know, that's for me, I think, the first blush of the magic, of the pixie dust of Disneyland is Main Street, USA. It really hits you when you're walking up Main Street. You know, even though there's no attractions, it's the facades of the buildings in their 5/8 scale that gives you that forced perspective, where the bottom story is human scale, the next story up is 5/8 scale, and then the third story is half scale, 1/2 scale. And it just, from right there, from that first few moments, as you are welcome, Busy Bee. So one of the things, I was saying earlier how Ruth was an unusual worker, an unusual hire for Walt Disney at the beginning of the construction of Disneyland, because it was almost all men. And she was one of the rare women that was hired for an important job. Well, she was in charge of the architectural design, but the horticulturists, or the people in charge of actually planting things and sourcing, charge of oranges and fruit that were here on this farm, the Dominguez farm. And so she had to work with the Evans brothers, and these Evans brothers were not particularly happy about having to work with a woman who had the job of doing the actual design of the gardens for the park. And there was a lot of friction there. They didn't always want to follow Ruth's lead, but they had to. That was their job. Their job was sourcing and planting. Her job was designing. But it's unfortunate that even back then, working in the same area, which was, plants and trees and flowers, that there had to be this kind of friction between the Evans brothers, who wanted more credit and glory for the garden designs of Disneyland, when in fact it was Ruth that was doing all the designing. But they did get through it. However, shortly after the park opened in 1955, Ruth did leave the employment of the Walt Disney Company and Disneyland. She was very successful and very well respected in the field of architectural design. And so she knew her worth. And she didn't need to put up with the Evans brothers any longer than she had to. And so shortly after the park opened, Ruth left Disney and went on to continue her very, very successful career as a landscape architect, working on over 100 projects during her lifetime. Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me today.
What we're doing was happening. His wild ride.
For those riding with a child, we ask that you please fasten the safety strap around the child. Please fasten the safety strap around the child.
Hey Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Thank you.
And there's Mr. Toad right there. Mr. Toad is actually a very naughty, naughty boy. Or a naughty frog. Naughty Toad. If you ever read The Wind in the Willows, or if you want to, you could actually look at my other channel, Storytime with Indiana Holmes, where I read the entire book, The Wind in the Willows, and you get to see what a naughty little toad Mr. Toad was. He was very wealthy, the wealthiest person in all of the county, and he had a big castle he lived in, much like this, but much, much bigger than this. And he had an addiction, a fascination for cars and automobiles. And even though he could afford to buy his own cars, he would crash them all the time. And he would steal everybody else's cars and race them and get speeding tickets and get in accidents and have to run from the law. So it's a pretty interesting read if you're interested. The Wind in the Willows. Check it out on my other channel. All right, we're inside. It won't be long now. You can see here, Mr. Toad going to jail right there. There's the jail.
Welcome to Toad Hall. To ensure a safe and glorious drive in your motor car, remain firmly seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. Watch your children.
Yes, Chris, thank you. Thank you for that information.
Bienvenido a Toad Hall. Para su seguridad, por favor permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y por favor, cuide a los pequeños. Esperamos que disfruten del paseo.
Mr. Toad looks like such an innocent character, but he was a very, very naughty boy. Or Toad.
I believe that Chloe is fetching the motor car now. To ensure your safety while moving, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And please supervise your children. Have a jolly good drive.
So that is why we ride cars through Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, because he was, in fact, obsessed with automobiles. Another fun fact is that this is the only attraction in Disneyland that has the word ride associated with it. Walt Disney hated the idea of his attractions being called rides, because that's what you did at like county fairs and circuses. You went on rides, carnivals, but Walt's attractions are all based on stories. And so they're more than just a ride, they're an attraction that informs you, it educates you, and it entertains you, which is different. But this is the only ride that actually uses the word ride in it, because Mr. Toad was a crazy driver and he loved his four-wheel rides. Everything else is called an attraction or an experience.
I believe that Molly is switching the motor car now.
We're getting the weasel card.
Please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. Please supervise your children.
Here we go.
Have a jolly good drive.
Woohoo! And away we go! So we start out in his house, in his big mansion, and now the police are after Mr. Toad. Stop!
Watch out! All right! Guilty! Thank you, that is all.
Very bouncy. Oh. Into the gates of Hades. Not the evil weasels. Ah! Oh, we escaped just in time. Oh, that was fun. And that was not 25 minutes. That was maybe a 15-minute wait. That was totally worth it. Let's see if there's any other Fantasyland rides that have a short line.
For those riding with a child, we ask that you please fasten the safety strap around your child. Please fasten the safety strap.
Pinocchio has a big line. Let's see, what about Snow White?
Okay, where's Jamie?
Can't tell what's going on. Looks like they're not letting people into Snow White. What's happening here? Looks like this is the line here. Is it open?
Oh, we were currently closed.
Closed. Okay. Snow White is closed. What a bummer. Oh, look at that. Look at the top of the castle. Oh, look at the snow and the blue tiles and all the crystals that are going to light up later. Nice. All right. Okay, now I got to look back through the chat. What time were the bootstrappers coming? Let's see. That's bootstrappers. Oh, that's at 2:30. That's a long time from now. It's not even 1:30. Let's go into the Sleeping Beauty castle itself, the actual castle. Sleeping Beauty. This is the book. So this is a illuminated manuscript here. A whole bunch of people just came in behind me. A grip of people, we used to say. And I'll let them go ahead. In a faraway land, long ago lived a king and his queen. Many years had they longed for a child, and finally their wish was granted. A daughter was born. They called her Aurora. And up into the castle we go.
Sissy!
Ooh, spooky. It says, fearful of Maleficent's curse, King Stephen decreed that all spinning wheels in the kingdom be burned. To protect Aurora from Maleficent, the good fairies hid her in a forest cottage. And so this is the burning right here of all of the spinning wheels that they used to spin yarn. And there are her parents, right there. They hid her. those are the good fairies there, hovering above her bed. It says, Princess Aurora grew in grace and beauty, but on her 16th birthday, a dancing green light lured her to a tower. There she found a spinning wheel glowing in the dark. Touch the spindle, a voice commanded. Aurora obeyed and pricked her finger. There she is asleep on the floor, and there is the spinning wheel where she pricked her finger. So magic happened, and there was Maleficent overlooking the entire thing. Unbeknownst to Maleficent, the good fairy Merryweather had changed the curse so that the princess would not die but sleep. The three good fairies put the entire kingdom to sleep as well, until the day Aurora would awake. And here was the kingdom, all asleep. Everyone slept in the kingdom until Aurora would once again awaken. High atop the tower, Princess Aurora slept, waiting the noble Prince Philip, who would one day come to release her from her slumber with true love's kiss. And here she laid upon her bed, awaiting her true love's kiss. Maleficent summoned all the demons from her castle to prevent Prince Philip from reaching the princess. Here, the demons are summoned. You can see them in the background here. And they do everything they can to get Prince Philip lost in the forest so he cannot reach Aurora. The spinning wheel spun in the air, floating high above. Maleficent turned herself into a flame, spewing dragon to stop Prince Philip at any cost. It was a fearsome battle. The prince finally threw his sword and struck the dragon in the heart. And here's the battle with Maleficent, the dragon. Let's see if it comes back to continue the battle. Here it is, the battle. You can see, oh, there's Maleficent at the top of the tower as she turns into the dragon, who will spew fire down upon the kingdom. But Prince Philip finally reaches the Princess Aurora and gives her love's true kiss to awaken her. And all the kingdom awakes, and flowers spread across the land in joy and happiness as Princess Aurora and the kingdom awakens again. And that, my friends, is the end of the story of Sleeping Beauty. Oh, that was pretty fun. I don't go through there too often, but it's fun to do. Oh, looks like we have a parade or something going on right now. To go out the side. Maybe we'll catch the Disneyland band here when we get around the outside of the castle.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fun to go through Sleeping Beauty Castle and relearn and relive the story of Princess Aurora and Maleficent and Prince Philip. Oh my gosh, there's like 200 or 300 people in purple t-shirts out there. I wonder what group they're with or what organization. They're gonna make us walk all the way around. Hello, Elizabeth. It's Elizabeth from Sweden. Welcome, my friend. Oh, it's Maurice's Treats. I never remember to buy Maurice's Treats here. They do have a ham and cheese croissant. That would have been good this morning instead of going to Jack in the Box. I have to remember to do that next time. You can never have too many croissants, especially when they contain ham and cheese. Wow, what are all these people in the purple shirts doing? What is their organization? A lot of people with video cameras and stuff. I think they're getting ready to do, oh yeah, they're gonna do a big picture. That's what they're doing here. They've got the omnibus stationed here at the top of Main Street with a photographer seated there, getting ready to take a picture of this giant group. It is epilepsy awareness. That's what this is. It's an epilepsy awareness group right here in front of the castle. So the band is not playing. In fact, it is a special day for the Epilepsy Awareness Organization. And they raise funds, I guess, to find cures for, or therapies for epilepsy. That's a really nice thing to do. Very cool. Love it. It's so cool to see the Christmas tree from all the way up here.
All right, I'm coming.
Down the street. It's so tall. Look, here we're looking at the back of Walt and Mickey, and there is the Christmas tree. We'll zoom into it. Boom, there it is. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this lit up at night. That is so cool. That is correct. That is correct, Chris. He called them cast members. And if you notice, all of the terms that they use have to do with the theater and acting. So when cast members leave the main part of the public areas of the park, they go backstage. Or when we are evacuated off a ride like Tiana's Bayou Adventure, we're evacuated to the backstage area of the park. And we are guests and they are cast members. Very good. I try my best. I try my best, Kristen. It's difficult on a day like today when it's super crowded. I really should have been here earlier. It's difficult to get on any rides. You know, we've tried now twice. Let's try it one more time for Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye with the single rider. Every time I've gone by today, the 2 times I went by today, the single rider lanyards were not being given out. And it's definitely busy enough. I usually start giving them out at 11:30, or actually around 11 o'clock, anytime between 11 and 11:30. We did check a couple times now. Now it's 1:30. I would say if they're not giving out single rider lanyards now, they're probably not going to do it at all today, or maybe they'll wait till nighttime or something. But we'll go check it out. It's hard for me to come to Disneyland and not go on Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye, because Indiana Jones is my brother from another mother, as I am Indiana Holmes. Or would that be my brother from another father? I don't know. I wonder if they're going to make another Indiana Jones movie. Harrison Ford is pretty far up there in the years. He's not an action superhero anymore. But I do like him, regardless of his age or how he looks. I just love the whole character. I know in the last movie and the one before that, they introduced, I think, his niece. And then they introduced another couple of younger characters to kind of stand in for him. So he had a reduced role. But I'd love to see another Indiana Jones with some younger cast members and still have Harrison Ford as the original, even if he plays only a minor role. Because I just love him. I love the guy. He's great. All right, let's try one more time. It's now 50 minutes. So anytime it gets over like 45 minutes, they usually bring out the single rider lanyards. What happened? I was just seeing if they had single rider or not yet. Do you guys have the single rider lanyards yet? Okay, all right, no worries. Okay, so they're just not giving them out today for some reason. And see, that seems to me like the Disneyland park management should, oh, look, who do we have here? Look, 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 look. Sally, Jack, how are you guys? Sally and Jack, love it. So cool. Oh, and this is perfect. Some little kid has a Sally and Jack balloon right here. Haha, that's awesome. So they must be going to get in line so people can take, or not to get in line, but to go to their place to stand so people can get in line and take pictures with them, which Lizzie and I have done in the past. We haven't done it so far this year, but we're gonna do it. Just, you often have to wait like 45 minutes to an hour in line to take pictures with them. So we try to only do it when the line will be short. But boy, look at this. 35 minutes for Pirates right now. This is a big line. Wow. This is quite the crowd here today. You can just hear that cash register going cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Disneyland is a cash is a cash cow for the Disney Corporation. Ooh, we were on the Columbia earlier. Now we can watch the Columbia sail past us, which is always fun. I know, it's cool seeing Sally and Jack in the wild, so to speak, as opposed to just in the little courtyard where you take pictures of them. Now we're gonna wait for the Columbia to sail by us because it's really fun to see it. It is just now being released from its moorings. $5 and $6 million a day. I would not doubt it, Lewis. Or who is that, Lions? Lions fan? Hey, Lions fan. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, $5 to $6 million a day. Can you imagine that? Wow. Yeah, it's a bag of money. It's sometimes, you know, it's worth taking the risk. You know, Walt Disney and his brother Roy gambled their entire family savings and most of the money from the studio to build Disneyland against everybody's advice. Even his brother Roy thought this was going to be a money-losing situation and that potentially it would destroy and take down the studio because they'd be saddled with so much debt they couldn't pay back. But Roy was such a good older brother, such a loving older brother, that he just wanted Walt's dreams to come true. And, you know, he was with Walt from the very beginning. When Walt first brought the idea of having their own studio and doing their own cartoons, and it was Roy's business acumen. You know, he had worked in banking before throwing his weight into Walt's business with him and starting the Walt Disney Studios. So Roy was always the financial genius to make Walt's creative, artistic dreams come true. And even though it was against everything that Roy thought was financially sound, he followed his brother into this adventure of building Disneyland and just gambled all the family fortune and the studio fortune on building this. And it was basically an instant success. Although the very first day was called Black Sunday because so many things went wrong. And the second day was only marginally better. The first 2 weeks were actually kind of a rolling disaster where the Disney Imagineers, the engineers, the maintenance crews, and the cast members were continually trying to stay ahead of all of the things that were breaking, from Autopia to the teacups to Dumbo. Every kind of attraction was breaking down for those first 2 weeks, and Autopia was one of the worst. It was often that they only had 2 cars running because they continually broke down. So everything had to be kind of rethought and re-engineered, because when they were testing ride or attraction vehicles or equipment, they weren't testing it under running 12 hours a day with tens of thousands of guests. They had tested it with just, you know, some of their fellow Imagineers and their Imagineers families and Disney family members. But what they came to find out was that under heavy usage, everything broke. So it took them probably from July to about October until they had identified solutions to permanently fix many of the attractions that were continually breaking. Oh yeah, Walt and Roy were brothers. Roy, I think, was 6 or 8 years older than Walt. And they were the youngest of the family, of Elias, of Elias's sons, his father. And in fact, They shared a single bed growing up in their father's house for probably a dozen years, maybe more, maybe 15 years. And so they grew very, very close, and they really became very good friends, more than just brothers. They became friends that depended on each other and supported each other in every way they could. That's good, Kristen. It's so good to have family that supports you. You know, even when they don't agree with your choices, it's great when they can give you guidance but still allow you to do what you want to do, even if it's not their first choice. And then, you know, it either works out for you or it doesn't. But in the case of Roy and Walt, it really worked out because Roy showed his love for his brother Walt in giving him his life, really. He committed his entire life to making Walt's dreams come true. And Walt's dreams are what we get to experience here at Walt Disney, at Disneyland, in the Walt Disney Studios and all of their movies. I hear you, Daniel. Well, it's taken a long time for the Columbia to launch over there. They're still loading people, it turns out. I guess we should just, let's see, 2:30 bootstrappers. So about 3 minutes from now, I think the bootstrappers will be in New Orleans Square. Main Street Paul, I think, was the person who made me aware of that today. So we're gonna head over there, see if we can catch the Bootstrappers band in New Orleans Square. Wow, it is so peoply here. This is like the 4th of July kind of attendance. Okay, they got the rope lines here for Pirates of the Caribbean, so we're gonna have to walk back quite a ways before we can cross over and get into New Orleans Square. Still trying to find a place to cross over. Wow. This rope line on my left over here, this whole rope line, it's all still the queue for Pirates of the Caribbean. Crazy. That's got to be a 45 to 55 minute line at least. All right, we've made it past the queue. Now the Bootstrappers should be back in here. If they are going to be here, they always play back here. So we'll post up over here and wait for them. Unless they end up playing in Magnolia Park, we just don't know. Thank you. All right, so this is usually where the Bootstrappers play. So we're gonna post up over here, and hopefully we will see them show up. They stood together, and now they've stood the test of time. And you know, a really great tribute I think we owe to Roy is that, you know, Walt's vision was to build a specially designed society, which would be the Epcot Center. It's supposed to be a city of futuristic perfection, right? Urban planned. And to build another Disneyland, which became Disney World in Florida. And it was Roy, after Walt's death, that carried out his brother's wish and went ahead and bought the land and built Disney World and Epcot Center. He didn't have to do that. This would have been enough. But he really wanted to honor Walt's vision and honor Walt's wishes. So even when Walt was no longer here, after he had passed away, Roy showed his dedication, his devotion, his love for his brother Walt by carrying on alone and building Disney World and Epcot Center in Florida. That is true commitment. I mean, Roy could have just, you know, said enough is enough with Disneyland and the Disney Studios, and they had plenty of money at that time. The family didn't need any more money. The corporation really didn't need any more money. But it was the idea of spreading the Disney pixie dust across the world and extending Disneyland beyond the borders of California and Anaheim into the East Coast in the state of Florida, and then, of course, beyond. And then Roy's son, Roy Disney Jr., Walt's nephew, continued the tradition and continued working for the company, working his way up through the company. And when the Disney Studios went through a really bad patch in the 1970s, where they were making really lackluster live action movies and animated films that were just bombing at the box office, Roy stepped in and took over the Disney feature animation business and built himself an office within the studio from where he commanded the rest of the animation studio and pulled it out of its funk, pulled it out of its sort of recession with movies like The Rescuers Down Under and The Little Mermaid, and then eventually, of course, The Lion King, which was probably, and Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King, which really reinvigorated the studio and brought it back to what we know today. I mean, it was really Roy who instituted, who created the second golden age of animation. So Roy Jr., I'm talking about, Roy's son. Hi, how are you?
I thought you were fake.
No, I'm for real. I'm just posted up here because supposedly the Bootstrappers band is going to come play, and they should be here soon. Oh, I think it's 2:30. It's only 1:40. It was near 2:30, but in fact, it was only 1:30. So false alarm. Let's see what the line is for the. Wow, even the line for the railroad is huge, huge. Okay, let's try something else. Let's head down Main Street and look for some more new Christmas merch. See if they've got any new Christmas merch out here. Exactly. I got to meet Roy Jr. at one of my wife's movie screenings at the after party after the screening for one of the movies she did. I can't remember which one. Could have been Lion King. It could have been one of the others, Hercules or something. But we were at a big mansion in Pasadena that the studio had rented for the after party. And Roy was standing there with a cigar. He always smoked a cigar, kind of like Walt, who smoked cigarettes. Roy Jr. smoked cigars. And he was a famous sailor. Roy Jr. had a famous sailing yacht, and he raced all over the world and won races all over the world. Oh, here comes Tiana. Let's see if we can get a shout out and say hi to Tiana. There's Tiana. Hi, Tiana. Let's see. I guess we're going to stand in line here.
That's the line. You have to follow behind her.
Right here.
Oh,
Now
sit
put
there
that
now.
on. Put that on.
You're gonna follow her.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I guess we're going to stand in line here to get a picture.
It's not a guarantee, and they don't do autographs.
Okay, so who is there right now? Is it Jack? Okay, Jack, cool. Thank you. See if we can get a picture with Jack and Sally, or at least Jack. I know, I love this area too. See these balconies here with all the wrought iron? Right now they have a lot of flowers on the magnolias and stuff because that's not quite Christmas yet, or maybe they'll leave it for Christmas, but usually they put up more like red and white garlands, but this is the traditional New Orleans style. But all this wrought iron work is very characteristic of actual New Orleans architecture down on Bourbon Street, down in that area. If you ever get a chance to go to New Orleans, the city of New Orleans, you should do it. It is such a great place. Like, you know, I know a lot of people like to go to Las Vegas, but Las Vegas is all fake, you know? Las Vegas is all just buildings that have been built to look like Paris or look like Italy in the time of Caesar. And really the whole point of Las Vegas is just to take your money. It's gambling. They want to take your money. I mean, everybody loses, right? Eventually, if not right away. There's some Christmas ornaments. But New Orleans is the real deal. It's been around since the 1700s or before even the 1600s. And the architecture that's there is probably all, the remaining architecture is probably from the early 1800s, some of it even older. And you have great restaurants there and great musicians and authentic culture. So I would highly recommend that you make it over to New Orleans. Like if you had to choose between New Orleans and Las Vegas, I do New Orleans every time. I don't care about gambling. Money's too precious to gamble. At least for me. I know some people like it. Oh yeah, the riverboat. The Mark Twain. Oh yeah, look, they've got Santas up here in the trees. Check it out.
No, that's a different one. That's the biggest one.
I bet these light up at night, or at least I hope they do. There's another one over here. So they have got Christmas decorations going on here at New Orleans Square. Okay, I'm gonna give up on this. They said 10 or 15 minutes, but I could tell by the way the line was moving, it was gonna be much, much longer. It looked like at least 30 minutes, maybe 35. It just wasn't moving. So we will do that another day. It's better when I do it with Lizzie anyway, then we get a picture together. You can see this line for Pirates of the Caribbean is huge. Okay, so I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna have to come here at rope drop or 8:30 a.m. at the latest if I want to get on some rides, because today has been kind of a bust for rides just because it is so busy. Look at all these pirates down here. I love it. Part of the fun of Disneyland is just people watching. So you see people from all walks of life, from all shapes and sizes, from all countries. It's just awesome. I love how we can all come to one place and we all enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's like, even though many of the people here today will be speaking native languages that are unrecognizable to me, where they don't even maybe speak English, but they still love Disney and they still love Disneyland and Disney cartoons. And I think part of that is because Disney animated feature films and Disney short cartoons are translated into languages from all around the globe. I don't know if you've ever seen like Beauty and the Beast or The Lion King in Spanish or in German. They have them in different languages. And of course, you know, the animation is the same. The mouths are moving the same as they did in English, but they do such a good job of overdubbing it in the other foreign languages so that people of all nations and all languages can enjoy the Disney stories. Oh, look how cute these ladies are in their cute. You guys are so cute. I love seeing people get dressed up in some spirited way, either inspired by a movie or an attraction or a character. Or in the case of those ladies, they were dressed up in the purple for the group that they're with here today to raise money for epilepsy. Okay, we're up to 72 degrees today, which is warmer. Hi! Which is warmer than I thought it would be. I didn't think it would get that warm today. All right, I'm gonna go look for some new Christmas merch. Ooh, I wonder what they have in the Plaza Point shop, which is the holiday Christmas shop, which is holiday Christmas shop all year round. But now that we're in the Christmas season, we're creeping into it, tiptoeing into it. I wonder if they have some new special merch that they've just brought in. Like, I'm always interested in ornaments and stuff. We'll go check it out. For those of you that missed it earlier, here is the beginning of the holiday season on Main Street. We've got Christmas wreaths up, Christmas garlands, the Christmas tree down at the end of the street. All right, here we go. We bring cheer to you that lasts all year. All right, let's see if this is any different than usual. I mean, it's always Christmas in this shop, but I like seeing all the different things. Look at the cool goofy ornament with the Mickey ears and Goofy's face. That's beautiful. These are, I'm guessing they're glass. Oh, they've even got Mr. Toad. That one's gotta be really rare. A Mr. Toad. Pluto. Oh yeah, I said Goofy earlier. That was actually Pluto. Mickey Mouse. And the Minnie Mouse one. I think the Minnie Mouse one's even cuter. Ooh, and this one's really pretty too. I'm a sucker for all this stuff. I need a giant tree for these giant ornaments. We have a small tree. Okay, Krista, thanks for stopping in and hanging out with us for a while. We'll see you next time. Lizzie and I will be here on Sunday again, if not sooner. Oh, look. That's cool. Santa. Oh, these are neat because you could paint on them yourself. You could personalize them. That's pretty cool. That would be a cool present. Let's see how much these are. These are, oof, $25 a piece. Let's see. I like these. These are neat. Let's see how much these are. 27. Anything with Mickey on it is always more expensive. That's so cool, Haunted Minnie, that your family's coming on Sunday. So creative. The people that make up these ornaments are so creative. Oh my gosh, I need this. I totally need this. It is a tree topper star with Tinkerbell on it. How much is this? It's hard to see. $60. That is pretty cool. I have to ask Lizzie if it's okay to buy this and put it on top of the tree. We have like a really traditional old Saint Nick that goes on top of the tree. These are cool too, and you can put your family pictures in here. Oh, look, and they even have a little stand, so you can just, you don't even have to hang them from the tree. You just do a stand. That's neat. Again, $27. So looks like all of the ornaments are $26 or $27. They have so many. Oh my gosh. There's a pretty classic tree. Let's see if we can see it from this side. That's awesome. Oh, it's the Mickey Pumpkin Jack-o'-lantern. That's neat. Happy Halloween, even though Halloween's past. That's pretty cool. Again, $27. I'll have to check and see if they have these on sale, like for sale, like at a sale price, maybe on Shop Disney. Ooh, this is cool. Look at this. Astro Orbiter. Oh man, this is great stuff. Oh, look.
It used to be.
The Mad Hatter. These are so well done. Woody, he's standing on a sheriff's badge. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. That is very cool. Tinkerbell. The Muppets. Miss Piggy. Yeah, I gotta go on shopdisney.com because that's where you can find stuff on sale. And if you have a magic key, you still get your discount when you're shopping on Shop Disney. And they do put stuff on clearance there. Although it's usually like really hard to get, like if you're trying to get a garment, like a shirt, it's hard to get your size because usually they just have like the extra smalls left. And like, who's an extra small, right? Nobody. Or maybe a small. I mean, very few people can fit into a small or an extra small. I mean, we Americans are just not small people. Unless we're children, right? Ooh, look at this. This is cool. Gingerbread house. Nice. And here she's making chocolates. Ooh, she's making, I think they call them turtles. You know, like caramel with pecans. All right, let's duck in here and see if we can find some more. Actually, we need to go on the other side for the Christmas merch. We already went on this side earlier. Let's check out this side. I like going in the Castle Brothers clothing store. That's like usually the stuff that I would buy or I would wear. But they haven't had Christmas merch in there yet. Let's see. Nah, same stuff. Only these winter flannels. They have winter flannels, Donald and Goofy and Pluto. No real Christmas stuff in this shop, which is sort of like the men's shop. Here's more of the Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, that's a pretty cool. I was telling everybody earlier, if you weren't with us at that time, I love this bag. I feel like I need this. Really cool canvas bag, all embroidered. 70 years of happiness. Mickey Mouse Club. The reason that they are promoting Mickey Mouse Club merch so much, where they haven't for like decades, is that the first Mickey Mouse Club show on television was on October 8th, 1955. So just a few months after Disneyland opened. This is new. So it's also the Mickey Mouse Club's 70th anniversary, the same as Disneyland. This is a nice sweater. It has sort of a Nordic look to it. My wife and her Norwegian family would love this. I mean, they're all Americans, but their parents, their grandparents, I should say, were full Norwegian, and Lizzie's mom is Norwegian, even though she was born here. Both her mother and father were Norwegian, from Norway, born in Norway. Ah, get the Straw Hatters. We'll go check them out. The tuba is such a low note instrument. All right, on to the merch search again. Oh man, I can't wait to see the Christmas tree lit up. I don't know if they're lighting it up already or if they're waiting till Friday. I need to ask a cast member. Into the magic shop. Oh yeah, this shop is all about Christmas. Look at this. Wow. It is just Christmas crazy. Crazy Christmas. Delivering Disney magic. That's so cute. Do you know, are they lighting up the Christmas tree at night yet or not till Friday?
Yeah, it starts at 5.
Oh, so they will be doing it
today?
today?
Yes, they will be.
Okay, very good. Oh, these are so cute. If you've got a little guy or a little gal, this little onesie is awesome. Look at that. It's got Mickey and Minnie feet. Maybe it's just Mickey feet. That's awfully cute. Me too, Hon and Minnie. I mean, I always want to buy all this stuff, but reality plays a part of it. It's like the reality is I cannot afford to buy all this stuff. So I buy something once in a great while. I mean, in real life, right? I mean, in life outside Disneyland, I only buy stuff on sale. Like if I buy a pair of pants or a shirt or a jacket or whatever it is, even if it's like camera gear, I will only buy it when it's on sale. So it's really hard for me to buy something here at Disneyland. Although I do get a discount, but still everything at Disneyland is so much more expensive than a regular store.
She's open.
Wow, it's just slamma-jamma busy here tonight, or today. The Opera House. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but at the top of the Opera House, all gilded in gold, is comedy and tragedy. You see the masks of tragedy at the top and comedy at the bottom there? Right there. Most people walk by and never even see this. But that is part of the Opera House. And here is the bench that Walt sat on with his daughters on Saturdays as he watched from afar as his daughters would ride the merry-go-round at Griffith Park. And there's Walt walking through the arches of the Sleeping Beauty Castle. Just in the art gallery now in the Disneyland building, which used to be the Bank of America Bank when Disneyland opened. It was a real working bank, and this is a real vault door here, a real bank vault. You can see the door here, heavy duty steel. It's the real deal. The size of these hinges. I mean, this was like a real bank vault. This is not a prop. This is the real deal. This was really a bank. That's a cute Walt and Mickey.
Around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom, the Grand Canyon and Primeval World. Stops at Frontierland.
Okay guys, hang on for a minute. Ooh, battery is very low. I gotta plug in here. Battery is about to die. It's at 10%. Time to plug the battery in. Okay, I gotta turn the gimbal off for a moment to do this, but you guys will still be live. Okay, my friends, I'm gonna put you guys on a screen and I'm gonna cut off the volume for a minute because I'm gonna take a bathroom break. So Mike is going Okay, I'm gonna hang here for a moment and check my app and see if I can get a reservation for Friday. While I'm doing that, you guys can look at Mickey. Hello, how are you, James? Okay, I'm just on my other phone right now. Alright, let's see. Looks like the next day I have is the 12th. Let me see if I can get another reservation. I still cannot get Friday. Let's see. Friday is going to be the... Let's see, today's the 12th, right? Okay. Boy, this month's going by quick already. So let me see. Yeah, I can't get any more reservations. Lizzie and I are here for the 16th, which is Sunday, but I can't get a reservation for Friday or Saturday or Monday. Jeez. Let me go back and look at my reservations. Okay, just making reservations here, guys. Unfortunately, I still can't get a reservation for Friday.
Bye, Mickey.
I've got one. What's today? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can make 2 more reservations. Try and make one for both Lizzie and I. It's difficult. She doesn't have as good a pass as I do. Ah, yeah, you just can't even get in December at all. Try just myself, out Lizzie. Looks like I can get December 6th, so I'm gonna grab that. Because that is the night. 6th and 7th are the procession, the candlelight procession, and it looks like I can't get Lizzie in there right now, but I can get myself. So I'm gonna do that. Let me just look through here. Yeah, today is the 12th, right? I never know what day it is. Just going back through the chat, reading some messages. Lots of good chat here. Mickey's a very cute guy, isn't he?
You want by yourself? You want by yourself? I can listen video.
All right, I got the third. I'm still booking reservations here. Looks like I've got all my reservations booked now. I got no more reservations left. $2:30. I just love looking at the tree. I wish it was lit up, but it's not going to be lit until I think they said 5:30, and it won't really be dark until after that, probably till about 6:30. What an awesome tree. Yeah, it is $225. I'm not gonna make it back for bootstrappers though. It's too far from where I am now. It's just so crowded over there. All right, my friends, I'm gonna call it a day because I need to get back home and read another couple of chapters in The Three Musketeers for my other channel, Storytime with Indiana Holmes. If you have not checked that out, check out my other channel, Storytime with Indiana Holmes, where I read classic books and do it for an hour, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. Anyway, it's been very people-y today, very busy, so we didn't get to go on very many attractions or do that much, but thank you for being with me here today. Lizzie and I will be back here on Sunday, and we'll be here in the evening so we can see all the Christmas lights and all the Christmas cheer. So please join us on Sunday for holiday Christmas cheer at Disneyland and California Adventure. Love to you all. This has been Indiana Holmes. Bye-bye, guys. Yes, absolutely. We will be writing Small World when we come back on Sunday. All right, guys. Bye-bye.